Hi, I am back. I'm actually gonna keep the headphones on. And the pillows are staying, okay? You guys can handle the pillows. But I guess I should put the pretty background. That way you don't have to stare at an ugly green screen. So today I want to do a show and tell of my... Oh my god. Bro, I just got wine on my bed. Wine and milk. We'll get there. I'm just gonna cut that and leave that there. And use the one that has nothing. Oops. This is actual beeswax, as you can see. So I'm gonna put it on the run again. Oh. But yeah, I wanted to show you what I got here for my Cersei video. I always say it wrong. I'm hoping to God I say it correctly in the video, because these words, man, in English, they'll be the death of me. I actually found out doing this video that in Greek is pronounced Kirky, which blew my mind, because I guess there's no C in Greek. It's just the G sound. And I wanted to tell you where I've been, because I haven't posted in over 5 months. It's been crazy. So first of all, I have 2 channels in every social media: YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I have a channel in English and a channel in Spanish, and it has become a lot to continue to do that. It's not very sustainable, me as a one-woman show. Well, I actually have help. I actually do have editor, and not for my English but for my Spanish. And yeah, like I do have help, but even then it's way too much to do that. And I also moved to Spain, as a lot of you might already know. Let me start also with a show and tell, because I thought this was genius. I have here a cutting board that I painted with coffee so that it would look old. And this cheese is actually soap. I don't know if this is already like a movie trick or a trick within food marketing, but I came up with it independently, and I thought it was genius to use soap because I get to reuse it. It's not gonna go to waste. And yeah, so that's one thing. But yeah, I moved to Spain. I was in Greece. For those of you who have been wondering, I did go to Greece for a week, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I would like to because I was extremely jet lagged. Half of the trip was me being tired, and I felt really shitty, and kind of like how you feel when you are about to get sick, but not. It was just the jet lagged, and I had to deal with a lot of things from the United States, like my apartment, my landlord, Xfinity, my mom, my car. I had a lease, and it was just extremely stressful. And then here in Spain, these are fake plants, which I hope that they look real on camera. On person, you can definitely tell they're fake. And then here in Spain, I spent a month on Airbnbs, on 2 different ones, and I was carrying 6 suitcases. 6 suitcases because I tried to bring a lot of my stuff back. Or not back, I tried to bring all of my equipment here. And it was like, I honestly don't know how I survived that. Looking at it in retrospective, it makes sense that I started losing hair and I can't sleep and I have so much anxiety, and especially because I deal with OCD, and so the thoughts that I had and still have, it's still difficult. During that transition period, I definitely underestimated, and I'm not someone that underestimates a hard time, but I definitely underestimated just how many things you have to figure out in order to move to another country. It's actually insane to me that my parents did that while not speaking the language. I cannot imagine that. And obviously they were older, they had much more experience, but not only them, but everyone, every immigrant that goes through that, like, hats off, because it's not an easy task. And I actually was privileged enough, thanks to my subscribers and my followers on TikTok, because I get a lot of my income from sponsorships on TikTok, so shout out. I was privileged enough that I was able to save a lot of money. I saved, it was around $15,000 to $20,000 in order to do this move. I'm saying that because I get a lot of questions about it. I saved that amount for like a year and a half because I knew that I wanted to do this, and I'm a very spoiled person in the sense that I like to be, oh my god, the nail. I like to be comfortable. I don't like to be uncomfortable, because I feel like I already deal with so much anxiety that I do everything in my power to be comfortable. And it might have been overkill, the amount of money I saved, but I'm thankful that I did that, because money definitely solves your problems, and it might not solve them spiritually, but babe, physically, it sure does. It sure as hell does. So I also, oh yeah, this is my wand that I made. I'm so proud of it, and this is also something that I wanted to talk about a little bit. I'm gonna just be rambling through this video, but I promise I'll come back to the point. So for this wand, I used a stick, like just like a tree branch. I painted it. I added this. I feel like this is the weakest part. This is the first thing I did. I don't like this crystal because it's too perfect. But I still think it looks cool. It would look cooler if it like glowed. If it glowed. Bro, what's the past tense of glow? If it would like light up. There we go. And then I added these. First, it had different stones. It had stones like these, but I didn't like it, so I removed them, and I added all of these things with silicone. Dude, tell me how. It's literally 5:51 right now. I woke up at 9, did my hair and makeup, prepare everything for the video. I did a BTS for a short form, and my neighbors would not shut up. I did 5 takes of the Cersei video. Cersei. Because my upstairs neighbors would not shut up. And now that I'm doing this, it's dead quiet. That's actually so upsetting. Like, haven't eaten anything, so I'm hungry. But I wanted to film this video because I didn't want to take my nails off because I don't have any more nail glue. Anyways, so I used hot glue. That's what I like, hot silicone, hot glue to do these. And I love how they turned out. These are also stones or like bracelets. So I hid the silver part, like the hole. And then I painted that the part of the roots gold, which I thought was like the cherry on top. This part is fake. This part I made with air dry clay, and then I covered it some more with like the gold, the hot glue thingies. So yeah, I'm like so obsessed. I want to make a billion more, and I made a little cup to go with it for the kikian, another word I struggled with during the video. And they match, and I'm obsessed. This is also air dry clay. It's so ugly, but it's not because it goes with the vibe. It's very like tree-like, witchy fantasy type. So it's okay that it's ugly, and it's not ugly because it's my baby, and it's my first cup that I've ever made. And during the when I wanted to buy an apartment, not buy, rent. I had a lot of issues because content creation, it's not yet seen as a real job in Europe. Apparently, I've heard it from French, from Norway, from Italy and Spain. So I'm saying Europe, okay? I don't know my other countries. Don't come for me. But yeah, it's not seen as a real job. So they basically had to. I waited for, or like my realtor. She put that I had an advertising agency, which I have also seen other content creators say from Europe, because technically, like, you do make money from AdSense and from publicities, from sponsorships. So that's what they say on paper. And the first apartment that I really wanted, and still to this day I walk by the street and like tear up a little bit because it was on the last floor, and I know that I wasn't gonna have an issue with neighbors. And it makes me so sad that the lady there, not only did she not want a content creator in her apartment, but she thought that ASMR was like OnlyFans. And even my realtor, she showed her like, no, it's not. She showed her everything I make. I sent her like my Roman video, my Egyptian video. I told her that it was educational. I told her that I've worked with freaking Warner Brothers. Whatever. Didn't want me there after I had already gotten approved from the credit people and whatever the heck else. And that made me super depressed because the apartment I'm in now, I love it. And I love especially my landlord. My landlord is a literal angel who solves all of my problems. And I can't believe it. And it's so pretty and old. This building I'm in was built in 1830. I mean, sorry, 1930. But still, that's crazy. And so it's old and it's gorgeous, and the ceilings are beautiful. It has like real gold in the living room, and it's cheaper than what I originally was thinking of paying. However, the neighbors for me are unbearable. I am very sensitive to sounds, and because it's an old building and because of the way it's built, como que retumba, like you hear everything. It bounces off the walls. That's what I meant. That's retumbar. It bounces off. Retumbar. Bounces off the walls. And there's children sometimes. You can hear like people doing the dishes, and that drives me crazy. And I know it's so like privileged to say that, I guess, but I can't. And obviously because of my job is especially so annoying, and I genuinely cannot believe it's quiet right now. I wish I waited longer. Like now I know, because Sundays are the quietest day here, and especially during their siesta, which is like, it's supposed to be from 1 to 5, but right now it's 6 and it's dead quiet, which is crazy to me, because literally they would not stop stomping on the floor. And it's not that they're stomping, they're just walking, and it bounces off the walls. Like I said, it sounds like they walk barefoot, and like, again, totally normal things, but because of my job is so frustrating when I'm sitting there waiting for 3 hours for them to stop making noise. You know what I mean? And I'm really pissed off that right now it's quiet, but it's okay, because I guess at least you guys get this video being very quiet and very nice, and you can just hear my voice. So yeah, all of that to say that it's been extremely stressful. Apart from that, of course, I have all the paperwork that I've been had to do. I'm not gonna go into what I'm doing right now too much for to move here, because I feel like every person's situation is different, and I don't want to, like, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. But needless to say that the paperwork for both here and the US, I actually had to travel to the US like 2 months in, because I needed to pick up an apostilled, like an official letter from the government, or like for my background check or something, I forget already. And that killed me for another 2 weeks because I was there for 4 days, but technically because of the time difference it was like 6, and also like waiting at the airport, and it's a 9-hour flight, had to go to Madrid, I'm in Valencia, so for another 2 weeks. And I also felt like I got sick after that, and I still had to do publicities for my Spanish channel. And on top of that, obviously, I had to, I couldn't bring any of this, like this stuff. You guys know, you guys see my videos. I had a bunch of stuff. I had a bunch of trinkets, and I couldn't bring them. Either because they were heavy, or because they didn't fit, or just because, like, why am I gonna bring a glass bottle when I could buy that here, etc, etc, etc. So of course I had to set up my studio, have my lights, figure out the green screen, which right now it's literally on the curtain that was here in this room. Put my stuff away. Right now my studio is still a mess after how many months of being here? 5, 6, I don't even know. And then on top of that, I still have to have time to cook, clean, work out, sleep, be with my partner, my dad who's visiting me, talk to my mom, my health. Thank God for private health insurance in Spain. Guys, I'm paying like $70 a month, and it covers everything. My camera died, so now I'm using my filming phone. I forgot what I was even saying, but yeah, point being, oh, by the way, I got these gold coins in Greece. By the way, I loved Greece, even though I was feeling awful. I really, I just loved, like, the people, everything, the food. Oh, the food. Like, so good. You could go to a hole in the wall, and it was gonna be the best food you've ever had. It was also my first time going to a Michelin star restaurant, so that was insane. like low-key thinking of quitting because I want to do something else. I want to do a different type of videos. I want to talk about movies and music and just like say my opinions about things. But I think that's because I just need to let it out. I also don't have any friends here yet, so I'm feeling very weird, like I don't have anyone to talk to. But I'm not gonna quit, don't worry. I literally have so many things planned. My next video, by the way, if you made it this long, I want you to comment a bubble emoji because my next video is gonna be Fruitier Arrow. Period. And I have some collabs in it. Oh my god. Y'all are not ready. Like when I tell you it's gonna be the best video I've ever made. You guys are not ready. I've been planning this video for years. Literally years. I also made obviously these with some herbs that I can like clearly reuse, so it's not a waste. Okay, I know people are very sensitive about wasting for videos, but like you wouldn't say that about Game of Thrones, you wouldn't say that about The Odyssey, you wouldn't say that about movies, so don't say it about ASMR. I do get it sometimes, like let's say with like Honey Keyboard, or it's like I do get it because it's a lot and you're not reusing it, so I get saying it sometimes. But like for this video, for the Kikion, I mixed wine and milk because it's like a pink drink. And so I mixed wine and milk, and it's like I put it in here, I poured it for you, yada yada yada. It wasn't even that much. I still have like a whole bottle, babe. Whole bottle. Let me drink this. That's not bad. That's not bad. I told my dad to get me a cheap wine. That's not bad at all. But yeah, and then I also have this honey that I'm gonna put back in its case, and I'm gonna see how long it lasts. It like doesn't go bad, right? Because it's sugar. So I'm gonna try to reuse it as much as I can. But like, let's say these candies are done for. Okay, I ate one in the video, and it was. I'm probably gonna die. I had to spit it out. It was so old and rancid. But yeah, you guys, so that's a little bit of an explanation of where I've been. I hope you forgive me for taking so long to post, but I did try to get a lot of content out of this. I still have to do, I don't know if I'm gonna do it today because it's already 6. I haven't eaten anything, and I need to do a sponsorship for my Spanish channel. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but I did want to do like Cersei's fidget board, but it's actually just this. The wooden board. But yeah, I don't really know how to say bye, so I guess just bye. Thank you for your continuous support here on TikTok, on Instagram, if you follow me on my Spanish socials. Thank you also. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot more that I wanted to say, but it's all boring. So yeah, thank you for being here. Oh, one thing before I leave, if you're still here, then that means you're a real one. So I'm gonna ask you this question: is it okay that I do other type of content on this channel, like other type of ASMR? Because I feel like I want to do fast and aggressive, cranial nerve exam, things that I also enjoy making and watching. But I don't know if my audience is down, because everyone's like, we want more educational, we want more historical, which is totally valid, and I get it, and I will give it to you. But I also want to make other stuff. But I don't know if I should make another channel or just like not make it, or like what. But yeah. Good night. Thank you for sticking out, I don't know, whatever the saying is. Thank you for being here, and good night, and I love you, and go eat. Alright, that was that.